Good afternoon. I'm Virginia Killmore and welcome to my studio. Today we're going to be using Butterfly Bouquet or Brilliance, depending on whether you're talking about the stamp set or the suite, again to make a very quick card. And I love this set. You can't really find it anywhere, so if you're interested in information, I'll tell you about it at the end. But let's get started. So isn't this a cute little card? Super easy, super quick, and made with designer series paper. Makes it super quick and easy. Now, I want to explain to you that today I have instructions for a card that I'm about to show you, but you can use most of the information here to make this card. So this is the card that I originally designed, but it's a little complicated. It has several layers. And I thought if you wanted to get into this sort of upscaled version, you'd want the measurements. So that's what I did here. All the information for this card is here. If you're making this card, you're going to follow everything with the exception of getting a basic white piece of cardstock. So you'll eliminate that and use some of the Butterfly Brilliance paper. I'll show you the paper just in case you haven't seen it. I have it here, but of course I can't find it right this second. There it is. So it's just a beautiful paper, all different colors. And I've used it quite a bit lately because it's brand new. You can't find it in the catalog, but if you text me, email me, leave me a comment, I'll send you information. This is the little flyer that they have of it, and it includes some of the paper, some of the cutters, and you can get the whole suite, or you can get just, one component. So to get started, we are going to need a piece of Whisper white cardstock, and I'm going to make it slightly different yet again, just because I want you to see the versatility of the paper. And I'm going to go ahead and fold my bone folder along the edge of my Whisper white cardstock. Actually, it's basic white. And I'm going to use a piece of Bermuda Bay paper and get that glued right on there. Because I'm using this lighter paper, I don't need to put that white piece of paper on there. I'll show you what I mean by that. And then I'm going to take a 4 by 4.5 piece of cardstock, which I could use this side or this side, but I like that side. It's pretty wild. And I'm going to go ahead and just slice it diagonally, and I'm going to actually slice it diagonally opposite from the other one, just so that you can see what you can do. It really doesn't matter how you slice it, as long as you slice it at an angle. I'm just arbitrarily picking something I like, but this dimension allows you to fit it on here like this. See how I have that? And now I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. I'm going to have to be extra brave when I go to stamp my sentiment, because I'm going to have to do that freehand in that little hole. Love the glue because I never have problems moving it if it needs to be moved a little bit, my paper, when I'm setting it down. Okay, I've got that nicely lined up. So now I have a space here. Because I'm using Misty Moonlight paper, I don't necessarily have to put a strip of white, but if I did, I would use a piece that's about a 1/2 inch wide, and I could go ahead and stamp on that. And let's say I make a mistake, I might be using that. So we'll see. Let's see how good I do. Now, the sentiment comes from Art Gallery paper stamp set. I love the set. I love the sentiments. They fit so nicely in so many different things. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that I just want to make sure it's nice and straight and somewhat centered. Remember, it's a handmade card, so it's not always perfect. And I can see I didn't get the Y really well, but I'll show you a little trick with that. I can just grab my blender, my Stampin' Right marker and fix that, pretend that it never happened. And then the last step is to take the dot builder punch, because I love the little heart on there, and I'm just going to punch out a little heart for the center of that, because all of this paper coordinates with it. And glue that right in the middle. See how quickly this card is coming together? Just slightly different. Now, as far as the butterflies go, I took and cut a butterfly out of a little leftover piece of this, and I think that would go really nicely there. But the butterfly set comes with lots of different cutouts. See all the different butterflies, and I think I used this one. Yep, that's the one I used. I cut it out of from the other side of the same paper, and see how I get that contrasting color. So I think I'm going to put that there, and I might even put both of them. I'm going to just glue this on there. And that is my super fast card for today. Should I put this one in here too? Or does that one need to be up here? I kind of like it here. You know, so much of what you do in design is really about what you like. Usually I would have everything in rules of 3, but I kind of like the butterflies here and then leaving that open. So I want to show you the 3 different cards. This one has an added layer where I collaged and stamped with positive thoughts, and then I just hand cut out a butterfly. I stamped it underneath there so that I would have the tentacles for it, or the, I don't know, antennae. I said tentacles, didn't I? And I used colors that are on this card. I used Pretty Peacock, Garden Green, and Old Olive. But this is a much quicker version, and since it is Fast Friday, I thought it was important to share the differences. This is just the stepped up version. So I hope you enjoyed this week's. I am so happy that I got through today's post without it freezing or something going wrong. So I guess I should be happy. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday. Thanks for watching.